Previously on Sims Survivor. In the first episode of Season 2, 20 Castaways began the 39-day journey towards 1 million Simoleons. From the get-go, Reyna on the Savaii tribe and Kiana on the Apollo tribe were both able to secure themselves hidden immunity idols. At the immunity challenge, Ruby, Kaylee, Roger, Axel, Madison, Dylan, Anna, Marie, Liana, and Reyna all found themselves in danger, sending them to the first tribal councils of the season. At tribal councils, after 2 explosive tie votes and Reyna using her hidden immunity idol, Anna was sent home in the first vote and Madison was sent home in the second vote. 18 Castaways remain. Who will be voted out next? Hello everyone, welcome back to Sims Survivor. I am still a bit stunned from our last episode. Those 2 tie votes were definitely a lot to manage. I was like, whoa, we're already having 2 tribal councils and each of them have a tie vote. I'm thankful that there was no Rockshaw for either of them because that would have been just even more chaotic. But unfortunately, Anna and Madison were voted out at the last episode. Kinda sad. Anna, I didn't really see her going far, but nevertheless, I'm shocked that she's gone. Madison, I thought she would make it a bit further, but she went against her alliance, and the same people that she was going against took the opportunity to get rid of her, which I think is a smart move. If somebody's coming after you, it's best to go back to your camp after a double tribal council and have those threats eliminated. Survival of the fittest in this game. We're heading into today's episode. There's not a tribal council this episode. I thought I'd give us a bit of a break considering that there were 2 in the last one. Today will be a reward challenge. We'll have more interactions, more time for you to get to know the cast. And yeah, we'll have our first tribal win of the season. Without further ado, let's get into it. Now being down to 18 Castaways, I can only imagine how Landon is feeling. His daughter was just voted out. I know that that's probably not good. I know him and Kristen probably aren't coping with this well. They've both lost a loved one. That's a big disadvantage going into the rest of this game because you don't have someone who 100% fully is going to support you. At last night's tribal council, we saw Reyna use the first hidden immunity idol of the season. She is now eligible to be voted out. She's vulnerable. She doesn't have the protection that she had before. I'm kind of shocked that she wasn't voted out in the second vote. I know some people were trying to take a shot at her, but she managed to survive, and all the props to her. In all honesty, I'm kind of shocked that Ruby is still in the game. She made a lot of enemies just having disagreements with people yesterday, so I thought that her own tribe would have no hesitation churning on her. But with that being said, I think Liana being in the tribal councils as well definitely helped because that's one person who's not going to vote for you. So they were voting as a duo, and I think that contributed to why she's still here. I'm kind of shocked that Madison was voted out at the last tribal council, considering that during the first vote, an Upolu member was sent home. The Savaii tribe then had a 5-4 advantage over the Apollo in the second vote, but they still lost a member. So the tribes are even as of right now, but they could have had an advantage and had 10 members going into the top 18 rather than just 9. As of right now, Kiana is the only person in the game with a hidden immunity idol. I think that's a huge leverage. She's made it to the top 18. She was safe. She didn't go to the last tribal council. I'm really liking her gameplay. Same with Michelle. She's a little bit in the background of this, but Michelle, even I was saying she's going to be a big threat. She did not go to that tribal council because she's a strong physical competitor, and I think those are the 2 that I'm probably rooting for right now because they're playing great games, in my opinion. Like, if you're able to keep your immunity idol for as long as possible in the game, that's just going to get you one step further because that may guarantee you that one tribal council that you need to get to the next one where a twist may happen, a tribe change may happen, anything's possible at this point. And yet another fire has just started. Kristen was just doing some cooking. And the camp has set on fire. Savaii's first fire. We got the whole group just going in there. Oh my gosh. Yeah, please don't burn down the camp. I really don't want to have to rebuild this. It does not seem like Lucas and Enzo are getting along. Enzo's just left. They're having a bit of a disagreement, but him and Lucas were not getting along. I think that's going to cause more tension, as if this tribe doesn't have enough already. There's just fight after fight happening in this tribe every single day. And it's going to be interesting when it comes to tribal council, because these little disagreements could be the deciding factor between you staying and going. So time will tell. There is definitely a cleanliness issue on both tribes, particularly worse on the Apollo tribe. There's just garbage everywhere. Everyone keeps urinating on themselves. The garbage is overflowing. Like, it is not good for them at all. I don't know what they're gonna do. They need to be cleaner. Like, they can't just live in this filth. I don't think it's good for them at all. It's not gonna help their mood, which is not gonna help them do well in challenges. Although, knowing this game, they're probably gonna win the reward challenge and surprise me, so you never know. I think Marie and Kriskin have some type of alliance. I've seen them having a lot of conversations, so I think they're going to protect each other moving forward. I think that's important for Kriskin, considering that Anna was voted out in the last episode, so this is definitely a connection that can propel him further in the game. Aisha and Reina also appear to be getting along really well. I'm trying to notice these connections. There's just some people on the tribes I haven't given a lot of attention to yet, because they just haven't been doing much. Like people like Shikumar, Abram hasn't been doing a lot. Trying to think of who else at this point, but there's just people that aren't doing anything, and it's kind of concerning. You want to be interacting with people, you want to be having conversations, or else your name is going to be on the chopping block come tribal council. So I think Aisha and Reina are definitely going to be working together moving forward, which is highly advantageous to the both of them. I take back what I was saying about Abram. He appears to be having conversations with Roger and Landon, trying to make a boys' alliance within the Apollo tribe. It's interesting because on each tribe, because 2 girls are voted out, there is a guy majority for each. I'm hoping the girls don't get taken out, but it is not out of the realm of possibilities. But yeah, Abram, he's just been so silent, but literally after I made that comment about him laying a bit low, he's been talking to everybody, so maybe the outside wisdom is translating into the game somehow. Considering that they were both in the last 2 tribal councils, Liana and Marie are fighting to stay out of that next time. They're talking a lot. Enzo's starting to talk with people, which is good. These little interactions, here's the thing, you don't need to be best friends with everybody on your tribe. It helps you stay further into the game, and it propels you further, but at the same time, you just can't be the most disliked. You don't need to be the favorite of the group, because if you are, you're probably going to be seen as a target. You just need to find a good spot in the middle of everything. There appears to be a female alliance on the Savai'i tribe forming, maybe with the inclusion of Shrikumar. I think these girls are anticipating that, yeah, there is going to be a guy majority heading into tribal council if we go there, and we do not want to be picked off. So we need to form a solid group. I don't think Madison was willing to work with the girls, so it's good that she was picked off. But yeah, I think this is a good group moving forward, and hopefully they stick together. Hello everyone, welcome to your first reward challenge of the season. Before we begin, I'll quickly explain how this challenge is going to work. For today's reward challenge, 1 member from each team will compete in a woodwork off. The first person to complete their sculpture between the 2 will receive a point for their team. First team to 5 points will win reward. For reward today, we have a toilet. Yes, your tribe will not have to keep using bushes. You will finally have a much needed luxury in this game. So it's safe to say a lot is at stake. So without further ado, let's get into the competition. In our first matchup, we have Leona from the Savai'i tribe and Landon from the Upolu tribe. And Leona has completed her statue first, which means the Savai'i tribe has earned their first point. In round 2, we have Axel from the Savaii tribe, and Ruby from the Upolu tribe. And Ruby has finished her sculpture, gaining a point for the Upolu tribe. We are now tied 1-1. In round 3, we have Lucas from the Savaii tribe and Michelle from the Upolu tribe. And Michelle has just finished her sculpture, scoring the second point for the Upolu tribe. It is now 2-1. In round 4, we have Reina from the Savaii tribe versus Abram from the Upolu tribe. And by a fraction, Abram has just beat Reina, gaining Upolu their third point. It is now 3-1. I've just checked the notifications. Abram did in fact complete right before Reina. In round 5, we have the brother and sister duo from the Savaii tribe, Marie, and from the Upolu tribe, Roger. And Roger has just scored another point for the Upolu tribe. It is now 4-1. The Upolu tribe needs one more point to win. In round 6, we have Aisha from the Savaii tribe and Kaylee from the Upolu tribe. And despite her slow start, Kaylee has secured the 5th point for the Upolu tribe. Congratulations to the Upolu tribe, you have won this reward challenge. A toilet will be delivered as promised to your camp. Unfortunately for the Savaii tribe, I've got nothing for you. Head back to camp. And that concludes this episode of Sims Survivor Season 2. I know, in comparison to episode 1, this episode wasn't as eventful, but I'm hoping it was entertaining nonetheless. I promise there will be a tribal council in the next episode, so somebody will be going home. Nevertheless, thank you so much for watching. It honestly means the world to me. I hope you enjoyed the episode. And without further ado, I'll see you next time.